Well, João Félix transfer hint. Where is he really going to be playing before this winter transfer window comes to an end? Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash like button, comment and share if you're watching us for the very first time. Endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. There is an injury boost coming in from Liverpool ahead of their game of football. They're going to be playing away at Bournemouth. I think it is the Vitality Stadium. Hard game for Liverpool. But we all know to it that it's really one of those games that very many Arsenal fans are really going to be looking at, because if Arsenal goes ahead to obviously win, if Liverpool goes ahead to obviously lose and Arsenal wins against Man City, 3 points difference. If Liverpool wins and Arsenal loses, so Liverpool would have gone ahead obviously extend their lead to 9 points, something that Arsenal fans wouldn't like to see happening at their side. Now, let's obviously get a little bit into London and see what really happened and what is up for Emmanuel's João Félix, a player that is hugely talented, signed for Atletico Madrid as we headed into the what is it called? The COVID time, and his time was nowhere near good, and he forced his move from that side, not until they obviously came up with a permanent transfer from Atletico Madrid to Chelsea. But remember, he had played at Chelsea on loan, and Chelsea had paid close to £10 million. That was the loan fee, and even when he was loan to Barcelona went ahead obviously offer the same amount of money. And guess what? When you add on the amount of money that they collected from those transfers, the loans, and then the amount of money they saved without paying his salary, plus the amount of money that Chelsea bought him, it's equivalent to, I think, the 80 million euros that they are calling in for from this player. So let's see close to very many likes much on this video, and let's see how this has obviously come to the start. Now, this all started when Percy of the Telegraph came out and told us that the sale of John Duran will now ramp up Aston Villa's interest in Chelsea's forward João Félix, a long-term target for Unai Emery. Now, looks like Aston Villa has come up and obviously raised their hand to sign João Félix after the permanent transfer of a player called John Duran to the side of Al Nassr, where Cristiano Ronaldo is really playing at as we speak right about now. So as things stand, Al Nassr went ahead to obviously pay £65 million for John Duran, and now Aston Villa is like, we've gone ahead to make some huge profits. Now, are we staying with Ollie Watkins only, or we bring in João Félix and we let Ollie Watkins fly to the side of Arsenal? They are still obviously trying to find out the best way possible for this deal to obviously get done and dusted. You understand? So João Félix, as it stands right now, he's one of those players that Aston Villa are really in need of. And when you look at his spell at Chelsea, it has been really bad and he's not getting ample playing time. And remember, the reason as to why he left the side of Atletico Madrid was not because of lack of playing time. It was because of the tactics of the manager that were really very, very, very defensive. And he ran a lot, yet he believed that he's supposed to be played in a system where a manager plays a tiki-taka that suits the player, you know. Now, he comes in at Chelsea and Enzo Maresca is like, where should I play you? And to our shock, he has played almost every game into the Conference League where Chelsea is, and they are doing good there. But João Félix doesn't want to be playing there. João Félix wants to be commanding a starting position in a Premier League team. And right now, having gone ahead to be signed in the summer, he feels like he doesn't deserve to be here and he needs to leave. And Aston Villa have raised their hand. And obviously, Monchi, who is the sporting director or the head of football affairs at Aston Villa, has come out and said the following, that in the last summer transfer market, we were close to bringing him in. In the end, he decided to go to Chelsea after the exchange with Atletico Madrid. He has always been an object of our desire. So, João Félix crossing to the side of Chelsea was because Chelsea had sold Conor Gallagher to the side of Atletico Madrid, and they had an understanding and they saw to it that this player crossed to that side and they added some money. His deal was valued at £46 million, and Chelsea had to, and Atletico Madrid had to pay, is it £43 million up front, and the others will come in through as add-ons. And as we speak right now, Chelsea had to pay £40+ million to Atletico Madrid, and the rest had to come in through as add-ons. So, as it stood like that, the player chose to play for Chelsea, but Aston Villa were close to obviously signing the player, and those are the words coming in through from the head of football affairs at Aston Villa. That's exactly what is really happening in there for you. Then Monchi came up and also added and said that if there is a coach who is known for recovering players and getting the most out of them, it is Unai Emery. In the end, if the player has talent and João Félix has it, it is a matter of finding the right environment. Now, Monchi is like, for us, we are ready to get in this player in. And he has also gone ahead to tell the player that if you really feel like you want to obviously get back to the João Félix that the world knows, you should come to Aston Villa, because if there is a manager that is known for really recovering players and get them back to where they're supposed to be, it's Unai. And I think now João Félix wants to give Unai Emery a chance, because Unai has loved him, ever since he was at Atletico Madrid. And he was like, if I can sign him and bring him in, that will be something very important for us here at the side of Villa. So you understand. And now, I don't think that João Félix will look anywhere further than Aston Villa, unless otherwise Aston Villa pulls out, but they've gone ahead to show interest in him. At Chelsea, things are not moving on as planned. And I think João Félix needs to step down a little bit, go to Aston Villa. They are playing in the Champions League. They are also a team that can obviously compete for the top 4 places into the Champions League of next season. So please, why don't you obviously go ahead and obviously resurrect your career there? You play 2 seasons at Aston Villa, and then you'll obviously leave the side of Villa when the right time comes and a big team will obviously come for you. The good thing is that age is still on João Félix's side. As we speak, he's 25 years of age where he's supposed to be performing big things and really hitting his ceiling. But if he obviously gives 2 years to Aston Villa, I think he can obviously get to where he wants to be. He's that kind of player who was really one of the huge prospects from Benfica, and the side of Atletico Madrid paid huge money to obviously get him in. But I think it never all worked on as planned. So that is the side of João Félix, and a decision is for him to make, where he wants to go. But Aston Villa are knocking on the door because they believe Arsenal might obviously try to convince Oli Watkins to join them, and they might be left with no striker. So they're looking at Matthias Cunha, they're looking at Matthias Tel, they're also looking at João Félix. That is the side of Aston Villa, and we will be waiting here to see what they really have for us in these remaining days of the window to close. Now, let's go to Liverpool. Liverpool are heading into a game of football against Bournemouth, Vitality Stadium today. And obviously, Ancelotti has come out and confirmed to us that he has a very huge injury post. And he has confirmed that João Gomez, Diogo Jota, Darwin, Nunez are all back in training ahead of the game of Bournemouth. So that is really a very huge shift. And that means Liverpool is going at Bournemouth with their full squad. And that's why I won't miss out to watch this game of football, because Bournemouth is really a hard nut to crack at their stadium. And I was on certain TikTok live today and I called in for a draw between these two teams. But if it's a win, I see it going to Liverpool. So allow me end it at here, all at this, and I'll be waiting for your reactions into the comment section below. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun. Continue to do the needful, and you will thank me later, and I'll thank you later too. Bye bye.